Alright, ladies and gentlemen, happy Halloween and welcome to episode 217 of the Let's Play. Today, guys, I'm going to splash myself with some invisibility potion because we are going to the arena to do a mob battle. So I think what we should do today, because it's Halloween, I actually already went ahead and put the golems, or not, sorry, not the golems, the zombies in mostly pumpkins. So they're going to be wearing pumpkins for the most part, because it fits the Halloween theme. And I think what we should do is we should make the golems invisible. So it'd be like zombies versus ghosts, almost. So let's just go ahead and make the golems invisible. We'll just splash these guys with some invisibility potions. Maybe just make a few of them invisible. I don't know if we can hit all of them here. There we go. And we got one more potion. Let's see if we can get these two back here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so there are 10 total golems, and there are 25 zombies as there were last time. So place your bets, guys. Who do you think? 10 golems or 25 zombies? I'm not really sure on this one. I'm gonna say zombies still though. But yeah, we'll see. All right, here we go. Zombies versus ghosts and golems. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. All right, who do we got? Who do we got? Alright, invisible golems don't seem to be moving quite yet. Oh, there they go. Okay. Yep, now people are getting tossed by phantoms. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Looks like some golems are just sort of standing there. Looks like the golems might take it. It's close. It's close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got about 4 or 5 zombies left and 4 golems. So this has been closer. But looks like, yep, that's it. Last zombie went down right there, and that's a Halloween zombie because it's Halloween today. Same with this guy here. So yeah, very cool. Golems win. Yep, Golems win as he takes down the last guy there. So yeah, guys, golems have prevailed. There we go. Firework goes up, and there we go. So the golems redeem themselves. They tie it up. It is now going to be 8-8. Golems versus zombies. Nice. And that was a lot closer. I think maybe 9 golems versus 25 zombies will be good. But yeah, still trying to nail down exactly the right ratio. But I think we're getting close, guys. We're getting very, very close. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and I'll be back. Alright, guys. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just going through and crafting up a whole bunch of repeaters, a bunch of comparators, and getting some pistons, some sticky pistons and stuff like that, because we're going to need those for the build we're doing today. The build we'll be doing today is actually a fireworks factory out at Xander. So this goes in the brown section next to our balloon repair station somewhere, so we got to figure out a spot for it. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and, yeah, just make a little bit of comparator action here. We'll need quite a bit of these, and we also got, you see, lots of redstone lamps, lots of sticky pistons, and things like that. So, let me gather up these resources, and we'll head out there and find a spot to put this thing. Okay, guys, so we are out here in Xander now, and we are right next to the balloon repair station, which we finished up last time, right here. And you can see our house way in the distance there for reference of where we're at. But I went ahead and laid out the blueprint for this fireworks factory we're going to make. This is sort of how I typically build. I typically just put down like a blueprint of what I want the building to look like, and then build it. This build is going to be a little bit unique, though, because we're actually going to build the redstone and then build the building around it. Because I think that would be the easiest way to do it. So what we're going to have is off this road here, we're going to have our main entrance be about right here. And I want some fireworks dispensers, perhaps, or something, to be right here when we come in. And these will, like, shoot off a couple fireworks whenever you step in. So I think that would be cool, so we might do that. And then once we get into this main part here, this is going to be the main part of the build. This like 7 wide hallway or so. Right here, what we'll do is we'll have like a selector panel for the items you wish to implement in your firework. So say we want, like, say this is like red dye. If we wanted red dye, we'd flick this lever down. If we wanted, maybe like a large firework so we need a fire charge, we'd flick this lever down. And then once we have all our ingredients and all our colors selected, we'd come to the center here, and there'd be a button here. We'd press that, and it would get us a predetermined amount of items. So, like, say we wanted 8 fireworks. We predetermined 8 fireworks is the amount we get. we'd have 8 red dye dispensed, we'd have 8 fire charges dispensed, and then the appropriate amount of, paper and gunpowder and whatever other colors or effects we'd need. So that's what we're going to do. This is actually the only area we're going to see, this 7 wide area. Everything else, like this stuff back here, is all going to be redstone and pistons. Same thing over here, this is all going to be redstone and pistons. And that's part of the reason why we're building up the redstone first and building the building behind it. Anyway, that's the central region. Back here in the back, then, I think we'll have another entrance, like maybe on this side here, perhaps. And I want to have a testing area back here. So we'll have fireworks launchers, some area where we can test out the particles. You can put it in, cobwebs and see the particles better. So we'll have something like that. And I just want a way to, see what the firework actually looks like. So we'll put that back here, I think. And yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. So it'll make more sense once I get the wool up here for the colors and also the item frames. So I think that's what we'll do first. We'll go ahead and make the outline here of our shop, and then we'll get started on the redstone. So let me go grab some stuff here. I'm going to put down a chest right here because we're going to need a lot of stuff for this. It's obviously a pretty big build. I think the main room is like 17 by 17, and yeah, it's going to be like 8 blocks tall. And yeah, it's gonna be a big build. So let me grab some more stuff, and I'll be back. So we flattened out the area here, and now we're ready to actually start the build. And I went ahead and put down these wool colors and some of these item frames down here to sort of give you a better overview of the layout. So basically, this is going to be the color selection, as I said before. Just simply flick down a lever to select that color. Back here we got some selectors for the lift, so we'll have like levers on here to basically determine if you want just the 1 lift level or 2 or 3. There'll also be where the paper will be here. And then on this wall we'll have levers for the effects. So giant firework, twinkling firework, star firework, trail firework, and burst firework. So those are the effects. Right here is where we're going to have the chest. So this is where all of the stuff will end up. And you can see some hoppers leading into it. These hoppers will be going right up the side where you see these pillars here, except they're going to be hidden behind it. And yeah, let me go ahead and start to do some of the redstone here to sort of show you guys how this will work. So first of all, the selector is going to be just like this. So we're going to place down redstone there. Have ourselves a sticky piston facing upward here. We'll have a block on this. And then we'll have a couple blocks coming out like this. And so this right here, this dust, will be connected to that button. And basically it'll be a redstone line connected to a clock that will determine the amount of items that we want to get from each button press. So then we're going to have some redstone repeater action like that and a dust like that. So whenever you flick this button, or this lever, see this piston comes up, and then you can now select this line once it's connected up to that button. So that's how that's going to work. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this bit of it here for all of these colors here. Some of these here actually don't need this. They need this part here, but they don't need the piston because they're going to be selected by default. So like the paper and the first gunpowder, they actually don't need the piston at all because every firework needs paper and at least 2 gunpowder. So yeah, now it's just time to go ahead and go do that. Make one of these selectors for each and every one of these options. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back. Okay, everyone, so as you can see here, we got everything wired up as far as like the selectors go. So here with the colors, when you flick down any one of these levers, you can see that, it selects that color. And same thing on this side with these colors. Also, same thing with these effects here. And I added on another slot as well for mob heads in case we get those, and also an expansion slot down here in case we ever need anything else to put in here. Then here, like I said, we have the defaults. So we have default, you get at least 2 sets of gunpowder here for the 1 lift firework, and you can have, 2 lift or 3 lift even. And this one is missing a redstone dust or something. Yeah, missing actually a repeater right there. So There we go. 3 lift right there, and then paper is also on default, so there's going to be no lever for these 3 here. Now, the next step is to actually go ahead and put down some of the stuff for this. So let's just go ahead and start with this white line here again. So let's get up here. And what we're going to do, we're going to have 2 blocks here. On top of this block is going to be a redstone torch. Just like that. And so I'm just actually going to go ahead and put down a bunch of torches here, because we're going to need them all the way down this line right here. So just do that. There we go. Alright. Now, what we need is this. We need some hoppers on top of this. And these hoppers are going to be going down the line like this. So let me just go ahead and put down some blocks here. There we go. So yeah, the hoppers are going to be going down the line like this. Let me grab the hoppers, actually. I think they should be over here. Crafted up a bunch of them. There we go. Alright, got our hoppers. So these things, and I also have the chests, right? Yeah, okay. So the hoppers are going to be like this. They're going to be placed on top of the torches, and they're going to be facing this direction into a hopper line. It's going to go down here. So let's have it start right here for now. We'll just have this hopper line come down like this. Just like that. And then this comes to here. And then all the hoppers that are on top of the torches are going to go into this hopper line. So we just put down hoppers like this. Like this. 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 There we go. Okay, perfect. So let me just get on up here. So we got our hopper line now. And now what we have to do is put down our chests. So we're going to alternate chests and trap chests. So chest, 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 chest. And then trap chests on the other spots. Just like that. And so what we need to do, we need to put down white dye or bone meal in here. And we also need to put one in the hopper below, right there. And so this is going to lock this, this torch here is going to lock this hopper. But whenever we select the line, like that, this block comes up, and then we can press the button, which activates this back line. And it'll temporarily, depending on how long we set the clock here, we'll make in a minute. Depending on how long we set that, this will turn this torch off for a period of time. The items will flow from the chest into this hopper, down this hopper line, down to here. And then this thing will connect up to this hopper line here, and eventually get into the chest. So that is how the whole system works right there. So what I have to do now is just do the same thing again for all 4 of these little sections I got going on here. And yeah, then we'll be ready to go. Also, I want to do one other thing too. I want to make a way that we can see when these are empty. So for that, I'm actually going to do one other thing here real quick. I'm going to grab some comparators. So I'll grab some redstone dust comparators. There we go. Alright, get on up here. And up here. And so what we'll do is this. We'll place down a comparator right here. And you see, since we have stuff in this, some bone meal in there, this one turns on. But this one is empty, so it's currently off. So from that, we're going to go ahead and put down some lamps. And the lamps will determine, or will show us rather, whenever they're off, that we need to refill a particular item. So we're also going to have lamps along here. And the lamps will go right up here. So, right here. Or actually, tell you what, we'll put these here with the block on top. Yep, there we go. That's better. So now, yeah, you'll see this one is on because it has items. This one is off because it doesn't. And we'll do this for every quadrant here. Okay, guys, so believe it or not, we're actually almost done here now. So we got all this up on every side. And obviously I'm going to improve the aesthetics here a little bit, but first, before we do that, let's get this thing complete. So what we need to do now is connect up this hopper to this hopper line here. So let's just go ahead and do that on this side, and I'll do the same thing on the other side. So I think what we need is something like this. So maybe we actually move this. Let's see, how do we want to do this? I think, yeah, okay, I think we'll do this instead, actually. So I think we'll do... Just get up here with some cobble. Yeah, I think we'll actually bring it to this one instead. So let's just make that the final one there. So we're going to have to bring this up from the ground here. Let's just dig in here. I think that, yep, that basically connects up there. So we'll bring this over like this. That went into there, so let's just grab that, and then we'll just go basically straight up here. Like this, although we need to avoid this block being powered here, so we need to come out one more, actually. So let's just do that here. Just come out like this. Get rid of this thing. And we'll come out up here. So this should not be powered by anything here. And then we'll have this connecting up like that. And then, whoops, this side here will go up and connect up here. Like that. So now if we put something in this final hopper here, or actually activate the final hopper here, it should come down. So let's just test it out by putting like a glowstone in there for something. We should see it show up in this chest. And there it is. Sweet. Okay. So I'll hook up the other side too. Okay, so we now have both hopper lines connected. So one coming down here into the chest and one coming down right here into the chest. So the only thing we have left to do now is actually to go ahead and connect up this line, 2 o'clock. So this big long redstone line here. And also this one down here. Got to connect this one 2 o'clock as well. So, yeah, the clock's going to be run by this button right here. So we have a dust, a torch, and a repeater here. So I think we'll put the clock right here. And we're just going to make a simple hopper clock here. So yeah, you guys have seen me make this before, I believe. So we'll just do something like this. Actually, maybe like that. And we're going to need some comparators. So comparator there. And then, of course, the hoppers facing into one another here. Just like that. And then we need some dust on these side blocks. So dust there. We'll need some pistons. Sticky piston, one right there. And then a block of redstone right here. And now what we need to do is we need to put the number of items we want to get out of each one of, like how many fireworks we want, plus 1 into this hopper. So if I want 8 fireworks out, I'll go ahead and place, see how many did I place in there? 8, 9 in there. So we put 9 in there, we'll get 8 out. And so this is the off state. You'll see if we go ahead and hit the button, it switches to the on state. So basically what that means is our line's going to come out right here. So we'll put dust here, and then we're going to run this line over here. And we're going to have to probably boost it as well. So we'll put like dust here, repeater, and then dust here. And we'll count 1, 2, 3. See if we can get this up here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it will reach the last one. And this one's shorter than this one. So we're good. All right. Fantastic. So that's one line hooked up. And then over here, we'll do the exact same thing. So let me just hook up this line to the other redstone line over on the opposite side. And then we'll be good to go and test this thing out. Okay, so we got everything done now, and I think we should have a system that now works. So let's actually go ahead and test this out. Obviously, we're going to replace a lot of stuff for aesthetic purposes. But yeah, I just want to give it a test run to show you how it works. So, like I said, we got the 9 items in here, so we'll get 8 materials to make 8 fireworks. And you see we have some of these lights on now. I put some materials in these things. So, let's say we want a white firework, a whitish red firework, let's say, with lift 2, and also, yeah, put the star effect on it with a gold nugget. So, let's see, we should get 8 gold nuggets. We should get, let's see, we have 8 plus 8 plus 8, so we'll have 24 gunpowder, and then we'll have 8 bone meal and 8 red dye. So if we hit this button, we should see that exact thing happen. At least I hope. So we'll wait a minute here. It does take a little bit for it to filter in, but you can see it all filtering already. So just give me a minute here. Wait for it all to filter in, and there we go. So 24 gunpowder, 8 gold nuggets, and we also needed paper, which we did not, is not in there. So let's just throw that in there. So let's just hop on up here. We'll just tower up. Throw some paper in there, because we need that to make the fireworks, and I think that's in this one here. So we'll put paper in there, and we need one left out to put in the hopper below. There. Okay, so now let's try it out again, but this time let's try it with a different number. So if I switch this to say, let's say 17. So now we're going to get enough materials to make 16 fireworks. So it'll be the exact same materials, but we'll get more of them. So we'll get 16 gold nuggets, for instance, 16 red dye, and we'll also, let's say, go with 3. Let's keep it on 2 lift. Or actually, let's go with 1 lift. So we should get, let's see, we should get 32 gunpowder, 16 white, 16 red, and then 8 gold nuggets, plus 16 paper as well. So let's try it, see if this works. And yeah, you see it lasts a little bit longer, so more materials can flow. And I don't think any of these ran out. Doesn't look like they did. Good. And drum roll. Takes a little bit of time for it to filter in. But yeah, you can see 32 gunpowder, 16 gold, 16 red, 16 paper, 16 bone meal. Perfect. That's exactly what we anticipated. And that'll get us, 16 reddish-white fireworks with a star effect. And the default, the 1 lift level. Since we didn't have any of these selected at this time. So that's how it works, guys. So yeah, it's fully functioning right now. This is all that's needed, really. So now it's time to spice it up, to spruce it up, to decorate it, and yeah, make it look really fancy. We're gonna hide all this stuff underneath carpet, and obviously cover this stuff up, as well as all the redstone in the back here. All this stuff in the back. So yeah, I think it's a pretty good build. I have to sort of determine a color scheme though, and then we have to start to build the entrance and the back testing room. So still a lot to do here, but I'll be back once I've made some more progress. Okay guys, so we got the inside of this now totally done. Let me show you what I did here. So first thing you can probably notice is that on the floor, we went with the same design pattern as seen on the Firework rocket. So you see like the staggered white and red. So that's why we did this sort of pattern with the carpets there. So that's pretty cool. Go ahead and launch that rocket off. And yeah, also we added the chests here and crafting table here. So we can use this crafting table to craft up our rockets. Obviously we press the button to get our stuff for the fireworks. But we have 4 double chests here we can store stuff in now. And also I went ahead and named all these items here and put, like some color coordination with these. So here we have Big Boom. Actually, let's get rid of these stairs here real quick. There we go. So yeah, we have the Big Boom, we have the Twinkle, Star, Trail, Burst, and the Creeper Face. So these are the effects we get whenever we select any one of these. Obviously the colors I think are pretty self-explanatory. You select that lever, flick the lever down, you get that color. And then over here I just named these +1 lift, +1 lift, and expansion slot. And the only the only chests that don't have anything in them are the Creeper Face chests, because we don't have that many mob heads, and obviously the expansion slot as well. So let me go ahead and put back these stairs here, just like this, and we'll go ahead and test this baby out. So let's say we want a, let's say a white, lime green, and blue firework with a Big Bang, a Twinkle, and 2 lift level. So let's see if we can get all that. Just press the button here, and we should see the items start to filter in here. So we'll just go ahead and wait for them all to filter in. It does take a little bit of time to filter in, but it's not too terribly long. And with all this customization you can do, like you can put every color on here if you wanted to. So it sort of depends on what you want how long it takes. But there we go. There's our stuff. So let's just go ahead and bring all this stuff into our inventory here. So, let's see. We wanted a... So again, it's 8 of these here. And we wanted it to be white, lime green, and blue. Just like that. And then we wanted the Big Bang, and we wanted the Twinkle on there as well. So just go ahead and then shift click. There we go. There's our star. We got 8 paper, so it gives us the appropriate amount of paper. And then we wanted 2 lift levels. So that's why we chose the extra lift level there. So yeah, it gives us the appropriate amount, and then we just craft it up just like that. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. Very happy we got this thing started. And next time we will, cover everything up to make sure it looks good. I'm thinking about making this whole thing into like a firework with some red and white on the outside in this pattern, but with stained clay. And yeah, that would be pretty cool, I think. You know, having like a fuse go down this way and sort of curl around like the actual firework item does. I think that would look great on our map. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me today. No highlight channel today, but we will have one again next week. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Cub. Goodbye.